What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackalope here. Rob Ricks back with another story. This one, man, I don't really know how to classify this one. I was originally thinking this was an angel story, but now that I'm sitting there analyzing it, thinking about it before I present it to you folks, I am not sure. It is fucking weird though, okay? It is very weird. So, I was in Northern California. And I had been getting into some trouble and needed to leave Northern California because shit was getting too hot. And there was a lot of weird things going on, and I had people that probably would have been very happy to fuck me up and hurt me really bad. So I was like, you know what? The wise thing to do is to get out of this situation, get my life in order, and stop fucking around. So I had a job interview in Southern California that I drove down, I interviewed, I got the job, I came back to Northern California, loaded up my car, and then lived at that office in Southern California for about a month before getting my own place, roughly. Now here's the story, okay? In Northern California, there was a girl that I was digging, but, you know, I was messing around with her. She had a man. Remember I told you I was doing stupid shit. So anyway, she had a man, and I gave her an option. I said, hey, I'm going to Southern California. Come with me if you want. If you don't come with me, then we're done, you know? Leave your man, come with me, let's go. I know, right? Sounds like a fucking cliche movie. But she decided to stay. I said, fine. So I went to Southern California. About a week into it, you know, I did the day job. I'm sleeping on a couch there in the office. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to go sightseeing. I'm going to drive around. So I went driving around. And there's no GPS. There's none of that shit back then. And I come across a building that says Psychic. And it kind of looked like a house, right? But it had a real interesting little roundabout. You know, it had a couple of cars or whatever. So I said, fuck it. Let me get my future told, because I would like to have some direction in where things are going. And I said, fuck, let's see if this fucking psychic can figure anything out. So I go in, right? It's $25. I'm like, fuck it. I ain't got nothing else to spend my fucking money on. After this, I'll go grab something to eat. So I go, and I don't remember her name. She wasn't presenting herself like Madam whatever. She didn't have any weird things. But the place itself was kind of spooky. The place had a certain air to it where it felt stale in there. You know, like you ever close your house up, go on vacation, and then right when you come back, it smells like your house, it feels like your house, but the air just is kind of weird. So that's my point of reference. The air was a little weird, okay? And there was some incense and some other stuff, but that's not quite it. The incense is, you know, it was pungent and stuff like that, but the air itself had a weird feeling to it. So I sit down, and she's like, okay, do you want to have your palm read? Do you want tarot? I said, hey, man, it's your party. Just, what's going on, right? She said, oh, I see you're really sad, you know. And so it was funny because she didn't lay cards out. You know, she didn't lay cards out. She didn't read my palms or anything else. She just kind of was like this. Oh, I sense a lot of sadness with you. And you just moved. I'm like, yeah, I did. And she's like, you're going to meet your soulmate. And I'm thinking, oh snap, the girl that I told come up with me, maybe she's going to come, right? At which point, the lady reaches across and smacks me. She says, no, you haven't met her yet. And I'm like, thinking to myself, bitch, Are you reading my motherfucking mind? So I'm all 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm only thinking of number 1 because, you know, if you ever suspected a motherfucker's trying to read your mind, just focus on a number, focus on a number, focus on something hard, and it makes it harder for them to peer through. At least that's comic book knowledge. I don't know if that's real or not. I figure a real powerful telepathic could probably push through. But anyway, I was kind of taken aback, like, God damn, this bitch just smacked me in the fucking head. Are they supposed to do that shit? That's kind of funky. She said, no, you haven't met her yet. You will meet her, though. And I'm like, when? In a day, a couple of weeks, a month? You know, and she's like, you'll know. So sure of herself. You'll know. And I'm like, all right. Cool, I guess, you know. And so, you know, she proceeds to tell me the rest of the stuff. You know, I have to focus and I have to work hard and the success will come. And that's, you know, advice you could pretty much, it's ambiguous advice. You know, you could, you know, the rest of the reading was pretty much ambiguous. And I was kind of like, great, I just spent $25 for an open-ended, I'm going to meet my soulmate. And it's not the girl who I thought it was going to be. And I got smacked. Woo-woo. So I go and find something to eat, go back to the office, go to sleep, continue next couple of weeks there. Well, I guess it was another month. So my friend Colin comes down and he's telling me, hey man, I'm going to help you drive your stuff down. We found an apartment. I had an apartment down in Huntington Beach over in Warner. And I got situated, right? So, lo and behold, through a bunch of extraordinary circumstances, which is a story in of itself, I run into this girl, okay? Now, I'm not taking my clothes off to freak you out or anything, but I have to show you a tattoo. So I have this tattoo right here. Now, this tattoo is of a comic book character named She, S-H-I, by William Tucci. It's the same guy who did this artwork here. So, whenever somebody would ask me, who is that right there? Who's that? So that's my dream girl. It's my dream girl. It's my dream girl, okay? And they would say, oh, that's your dream girl. Okay, that's your dream girl. Cool, right? And I meet this girl who looks like my fucking tattoo. So you can imagine my surprise. And, you know, Southern California was nice and warm and everything, and she's wearing a little fucking tank top, and I see this little tattoo right here. Or right here, I can't remember. But it's right on the top part of her chest. It said Dream Girl. Okay? It said Dream Girl. I'm like, what the fuck? Girl, it looks like my fucking tattoo, which I tell everybody is fucking my dream girl. And then I meet a girl who has a tattoo that says Dream Girl. I'm like, Kawinky dink? Me thinks not. So I ask her out. Come on, I get ballsy. You know, hey, you want to go get some coffee or something? It wasn't quite coffee or some shit. I think I'm going to have to soul search and figure out what the fuck I asked her. I think I had some pretty weak game, but in any event, she said, yeah, gave me her phone number. So I call her up, we go out, right? We have this whirlwind dating process, okay? And before you know it, 3 weeks, maybe a month later, yeah, about a month later, she's living with me. So I tell her the story about the psychic, you know? I'm like, maybe you're my soulmate. She's like, oh, really? Why do you think that? I said, well, little tattoo, dream girl, God labeled your ass for me, you know, I don't know. And she goes, well, let's go see the psychic. I want to get my future told. And I said, fuck it, let's go. Now, at that time, my memory was pretty fucking good. My memory was great back then. I could tell you all kinds of shit back then. Like, my memory was good. So I remembered that the psychic spot was near a fucking Jack in the Box that I had gone to while living at the office for a month. You know, I had gone to that Jack in the Box and saw the psychic spot, saw the psychic spot, saw the psychic spot. So we go back, and I'm trying to retrace my steps. I can't fucking find the spot. I can't fucking find it anywhere. I'm like, well, this is the Jack. I know this is the fucking Jack in the Box because I leave the office, go out, make a straight, make a left, make a right. Boom, there it is. It was close to the fucking office. But I drove around for fucking forever, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking stupid. So now, the girl that I'm, you know, dating and everything else, she's like, okay, you're just full of shit. You know, you're just making shit up. I'm like, I'm not making it up. I swear to fucking God. So anyway, that's a fucking weird ass story. That's fucking crazy weird. And the fact that the psychic smacked me in the head, I'm still irked about it, but at the same time, I'm not, because you know what it reminds me of? When you're a little kid and you do something you're not supposed to do, you know your parents, stop that. Don't touch that. Leave that alone. It was like that. You know, it was like a corrective, or even better. You have a dog, and the dog is sitting there, and the dog's about to get in something. You know, shh, you know, you go, hey. It was more like, get your head right, get your head straight. You know, correct it. You know. So anyway, that. Hang on, got an alert coming in. Gotta take a look here. All right, never mind. No biggie. That's a fucking. My wife actually really digs that story now. She makes me tell this story all the time now. Now that we're married, we have kids and everything else, my wife is just tell the story again. Da, da, da. So end up telling the story all the time, which is why it's probably still remains a pretty solidified memory because of as I've told the story so many times. So now I'm sharing it with you folks. So anyway, that's it for this episode of Story Time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That story always puts a smile on my face because, you know, I'm kind of mushy in that regards. Like I like the concept of soulmates and you know, been with a wife now 16 years, and we have our share of fights, and we have things that affect us, and we go through our ups and downs, but she's my best friend, and I'm really happy that I'm married, but yeah, that story is one of the ones. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. And the other thing, the other point I want to bring up is, you know, I went through a 7-year relationship that crashed and burned, and I thought, oh, the end of the world and woo 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 and all this other stuff, and you know, I came out of it with my share of scars, and I ended up with somebody who I think is, well, I don't think, I know. I came out with somebody much better for me as far as a relationship. And I think my ex ended up with somebody who she's a lot happier with as well. So, you know, if you go through a bad patch with somebody, just know, man, it always seems dark, but what's that expression? It's always darkest before the dawn. Things happen for a reason. And I am a firm believer in fate, and I am a firm believer that there are things like soulmates. So, you know, I pray and hope that this relationship keeps going strong and, you know, everything's great. But even if it fails and dies at some point, I'm still blessed, and you know, this has definitely been a high point of the ride thus far. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you like it. If you like it, please subscribe, tell all your friends about it. As always, please, guys, be good to each other. Till next time.